Welcome to Novita's new to knitting workshop for absolute beginners. This is the 6th episode. My name is Sari.
My name is Markus, and the topic for this episode is decreases. That means shaping the hat. Well, what's decreases really mean? I mean, what do you do when you decrease in a hat?
I'm knitting 2 stitches together to form 1 stitch. So every round my stitch count becomes smaller. And that's why I have already changed from working with the circular needle to working with double pointed needles the same way as Markus is, because the cable of the needle is too large for my ring of stitches. Now that I have already started my decreases, as you can see, I have made a couple of decrease rounds already, so the hat is already starting to take its shape.
Yeah, and this is my favorite part. In the last episode, I talked about how I enjoy stockinette. Yes, I do, but this is even more rewarding when you approach the end and you decrease and it goes so fast. You always think, oh, there's the decreases, and it always goes so much faster than you'd think.
Yeah, every round has less stitches than the other one, so every round goes faster.
Yeah. So, okay, you keep decreasing, and would you like to
let's talk about the decreases.
Different decreases, because there are a few different ones.
There are a few different decreases. We have the right slanting decreases and we have the left slanting decreases. And we need both of them to make these shapes. As you can see here, we have the right slanting decreases over here and the left slanting here, so we get this nice form on the top of the hat. For the right slanting decrease, we chose knit 2 together, so K2 tog is the abbreviation for that stitch, and we have made a special little technique video about that stitch. And for the left slanting decrease, we have made 2 decrease videos, because in Finland we mostly use the SKP, so slip 1, knit 1, pass the slipped stitch over. That's the most popular stitch decrease in Finland. But you can also do the SSK, so slip, slip, knit, decrease, which is actually, it's neater.
Yeah.
You're already laughing about my abbreviations. So.
Yeah. You're going all slip, slip, knit, splash, slip, switch over. That's something you'd run into very soon if you ever read a knitting pattern. It's total gibberish if you don't have like a key for it, and especially in English instructions, there are lots and lots of
It's almost like a secret language.
Yeah, it is.
Code.
But you don't need to know them all. You just need to know where to find them explained, and you can find them on novitaknits.com. There's a comprehensive list of all the commonly used abbreviations, and even some less commonly used. Yeah. So you'll be fine with that list.
Yeah, that's true.
But please feel free to check it out, because, like I said, there's a lot of them.
And now I'm shaping the top of the hat. So I have. I started with 12 stitches on each needle, and I have already decreased some of them. So at the beginning of every needle, I'm going to do a left slanting decrease. So I'm slipping 2 stitches and then knitting them together. So 2 stitches become just 1 stitch. And then I'm knitting until the end of the needle, so that I have 3 stitches left on this needle. And then I'm going to do the right slanting decrease, so knit 2 together. So I'm going through both of the stitches and pulling the yarn through. So again, 1 stitch, 2 stitches become just 1 stitch, and just knit the last stitch. And I'm going to repeat this on all 4 needles to get identical decrease lines on the hat.
Yeah, so you have 1 decrease row, and after that you have 1 row just plain knitting, no decreases there, and then after that again 1 decreased row, and this way you'll continue until you have only 3 stitches on each needle. Now here's another modification again, because this one, like I said, there's 1 decreased row and 1 row in between, but you don't have to do it like that. You can decrease on every row if you like. Then you have a very fast decrease. Okay, so that will shape your hat in a completely different way. And again, if you decide to put more rows in between the decreased rows, you'll have more like a pointy hat. And of course, you can vary. You can start out with 3 rows in between, and then go down to 2 and just 1, and that will again shape the hat in a different way. So like I said, like Sari said earlier, you can be your own designer in no time just by making these small modifications and making the hat really look your own. And if it looks terrible, no problem. You have your own new hat in no time at all. And this is a great way to learn. You don't have to spend months learning. You can just learn as you go and get stuff done in a few days or weeks.
Yeah, but that's the part of decreases, and you can use the same types of decreases for other projects, for shaping mittens, for shaping raglans on sweaters.
Yeah, this is basically how all shaping is done in knitting. There are increases as well. They're not used in hats commonly. They can be, but not in this one. That's another technique that's not covered here. But increases and decreases, those are the only ways to shape knitting, basically. So again, after you learn these basic decreases, you come a very long way already. So we're almost finished with our hat.
Yeah. In the next episode, we'll show you how to finish the hat. We'll get to cut our yarn and pull it through the last remaining stitches, and then we'll talk about how to modify your hat by adding pom-poms and also blocking.
Oh yes, important topic.
Yeah.
Great. All of that in the next episode. We'll see you there.
Bye.